Well, I know 170 years ago there was nothing here at all, bar 4 farms. But stories, well, I've grown up here, so all my life has been stories.
This is where our nickname comes from, about the village of Abercwmboi. It was notorious because they even called it Little Moscow. And that was the name of the community of Abercwmboi during the 1926 miners' strike.
When I remember the furnace I plant, and I remember the day it came down and they blew the stacks down.
I think that the people of Abercwmboi remember the furnace site and the dark, dirty area that it was when that place was up and working. And I don't think, until they see big differences in Abercwmboi, they'll still remember that.
I think things are going really well. Our young people are learning about the community by talking to older members who remember more, and they're learning loads of different things about how life used to be. They're doing really well, learning how to film, learning how to interview people. I think they're absolutely fab and they're doing a really good job. I think it's really important because it would be a shame to lose stories and to lose part of history when people either move on, and it just would be a real shame to lose all that sense of what the village and the community is all about.
Alright, thank you, bye. So how are things going? Everything's great. I think the film's really coming along.
Most people, like, that don't live in Abercwmboi, think of Abercwmboi as like the furnace site and dirty. It's like not the same as it used to be when like they lived here. It's changed because they've knocked it down and all that. Because there's so many of us and most of us are related and we have all normally, like, our parents have grown up together. We're all like really close and we all know like who everybody is.
This is 1996 when Abercwmboi was down in Pontypridd Park. We played in the South Wales Amateur Cup semi-final. This is where the Abercwmboi pit is. It must have been an old photograph, obviously, because it was. I can't remember it ever being there, to be honest with you.
My mother.
But this was an aerial photograph of the furnace site as well.
A lot of people are just coming in now. We've just said that they're gonna like develop the furnace site and stuff to make it better. So we like it looks nicer and like people will want to come here and stuff. So it means like the people are gonna come and they're gonna like understand what like Abercwmboi is actually about.
This is during the miners' strike of 84, 85. We had a sports day for the children. I think they were running up from the bottom of the village up or whatever the case may be. No, 2 girls at least.
Like when our nans and stuff and when my father was growing up, it was like my father said that everybody in Abercwmboi used to know each other and everybody used to like get along and they were all like really close and stuff. But whereas now, yeah, we're still the same, but you don't see like everybody getting involved in stuff. You just see like some people and then you've got like the old few that'll just stay away from everybody and like sit in their house and don't do nothing.
Like my brother.
Like my mother.
Well, I think if you don't pass what we know and older people know on to youngsters now, it'll basically fade away and we'll never have it again.
We are a deprived area. There's not a lot here for the children. So the more money that the Welsh Assembly can put into the community first to ensure that the social club stays open for the likes of your generation and the generation coming up behind you will have somewhere to go to enjoy yourself.
When I was younger, we used to have jazz bands and we used to have yearly carnivals and we all dress up and there's loads of jazz bands in Abercwmboi and everyone wanted to be the lead one, obviously. And always dressing up for carnivals, the old street would have a float and we'd all go up together but they don't do that anymore at all.
Most of my family have lived in here for years and years and years. My great-great-grandfather, my great-great-great-grandfather helped build the chapel, Bethesda Chapel.
Obviously to start as a small farming community, and then the industrial of the coal industry come in. Yeah, we had another big industry in the brickworks.
The village used to be like one big huge family where everybody would help everybody. You could leave your front doors open and nobody would come in and pinch off you. You could leave your money for your milk under your milk bottle and nobody would touch it. And everybody would help each other.
Years and years ago, what I can remember, bad point, always the furnace site, always been but a good point as well, because there was people working there and they had their jobs, didn't they then? But there was always like a smog in the air and smoke and everything over people's washing, people used to moan, and that's why I think Abercwmboi had a bad name. And since it's gone, it's a lot cleaner around here.
When I remember the furnace I plant, and I remember the day it came down and it blew the stacks down, and some people had a street party, some people didn't agree with it, but we did. Really the furnace I don't remember more than, as far as history. I think people should remember the furnace I plant, because a lot of people did have jobs there. It's important, people lived there as well. I know there was times where if the wind changed direction, I had to run up onto the line and get all the sheets in because they'd be dirty. But I think people, it's nice if the children do remember the furnace. It's a big part of Abercwmboi.
Our history is what we need to take on into the future. The youngsters of now will never know what we had to go through in the past, the struggles that we have, the good times that we had and the bad times that we had. I live here, my family live here, I was born here, all my friends are from here, and I've never moved from here. So my favourite things are Abercwmboi itself.
I think the one that comes to mind myself about Abercwmboi is how we stayed together as a community during the 1984-1985 miners' strike. And it was a pleasure to live in Abercwmboi at that time, because they were very hard times. But the community itself stuck behind the miners, and it was one of them years that we shall never forget in our lifetime.
The Working Man's Hall, I think, was built in about 1913, and the main thing there was that it had a library, it's been a cinema, it's been lots of things, not just a Working Man's Hall.
Well, yeah, we used to use it a lot when I was younger, because we used to have discos down there, and we used to have jumble sales and different things.
Oh, it used to be Saturday nights when I was younger with the absolutely packed queue to go in there, brilliant nights. And when I was in school then, they used to do all the old time music hall shows there. We put them on for the old people. Oh, it was really, really good. It was really good times there.
It would make a very good community centre where we could have all the things that we used to have years ago there. Library, different places to meet, different things to go on, nice tea rooms, something nice where everybody could go and use.
With the furnace site gone now, I think with all that land, it could be put to so much use. Anything from swimming pool, I've heard people saying about an ice rink, I've heard about bowling alleys, I've heard about skater park, or even like a nice pond with a lake. People can go fishing, walk around with all information around there, things, nice things, yeah, anything to do with sports, especially for the kids.
It's not so much important to have new people come into the village, it's to get the people who are in the village to be as one as we used to before. So it's for people who live here to realise what we've got and not to lose it, and to try and get something back that we used to have from the past.
What put us on the map? The togetherness of the community itself. I don't think there's a stronger community in South Wales than Abercwmboi.